Hey guys, welcome back to a new video on my low level starting over account. We have heavy choppers, which are one of the proto troops from warships over in our main base, and we're going to be playing with them today. So first off, they cost a lot of energy to land, so I'm going to be boosting up all of my Gumbo energy statues. I also just want more health, and why not a little bit of damage as well, and let's get some resources. I think that's probably good. I don't want to be boosting up too much. Let's grab a different hero. I really don't think Brick is the best hero I can bring. Instead, let's bring Bullet. We have Bullet now. We'll bring Energy Drink because we have Energy Drink. It took me a while to get Energy Drink, so I'm going to use it now. So I really have no clue how hard some of these bases are going to be. So let's start off with a NPC base and see how fast we can destroy it and hopefully see a little bit of strategy come through. So for warships, you have heavy choppers. You usually want to flare to the core and just break the core, I feel like. You don't really walk through the base like this because in warships, a lot of players have 100, 200% building health. And heavies versus things that have a lot of health is not a good matchup. So for a base like this though, the buildings have no health statues. They're very low level. My heavies can destroy the base, but we'll see what happens when we start attacking higher level bases. So if you haven't played with the heavy choppers yet, by the way, some of you guys might not have ever seen them before. Basically, it is a helicopter troop. We only have two helicopter troops in the game, the rocket chopper and the heavy chopper. The rocket chopper is kind of trash in my opinion, but the heavy chopper is actually really good, and I'm glad we have it in today's video. So first off, not every building will attack your heavy choppers. If we click on a building, you'll see if it targets flying, you'll see that shock launchers will not fire and hit your heavy choppers, but most prototypes actually do, so that's not good. Pretty much only mortars. I don't know if flamethrowers do. Flamethrowers? No. So mortars, flamethrowers, and shock launchers are all buildings that, all defenses that won't hit your troops. This isn't good. I'm kind of getting hit on this beach. Okay. So I actually kind of forgot. Frick, that was supposed to be a flare, or a smoke, not a flare. So anyway, I actually forgot about the heavies. The heavy choppers spawn throughout time. So the rocket choppers are going to keep spawning heavies. Eventually they'll stop spawning heavies. You only get a certain amount of heavies. Once a heavy chopper dies, I think they drop like 6 extra heavies. But you'll see here, I have a massive heavy army. 7 rocket choppers is really good. What the heck? This is very, very strong. Okay, it's actually working incredibly well and a lot better than I thought it would. Heavy choppers are not like Captain Everspark, where she has like a max of like 8 critters down at a time, and then if you hit that max, well, actually just flare to the core. If you hit that max, she'll just stop spawning troops, and then when you lose troops, she'll spawn more troops. That's not how heavy choppers work. Heavy choppers will spawn a new troop every like 5 seconds for a maximum of 8 troops, and then it won't spawn anymore until it dies. So if we lose all of these heavies that the heavy choppers spawn at the beginning of an attack, that's really bad because heavy choppers on their own are not very strong, and you can see me here not really taking down the base at all. I think damage definitely helps with that. And another benefit though, to kind of counter that, is these troops have a ton of HP. The shock blaster has literally been firing at that one for a while, and it's not even half health yet. So they're very strong troops, very, very strong troops. I'm very excited we have these on my low level account. First off, I need to check a couple things. I want to see how much space they take. 14, which means we can have 2 in each boat on a maxed account. Guys, you already know what the next video of mine or Jimmy's is going to be. 16 maxed out heavy choppers versus some high level players. If you're not subscribed, hopefully you will subscribe to see that video. So I have, about 50,000, no, about 40,000 HP, which is so much. That's awesome. Okay. Just realized I'm going to need a ton of Gumbo energy to land 16 heavy choppers. But man, we're going to spawn a ton of critters. That's not something that's possible in warships because I'm pretty sure the max landing craft in warships is, or gives you 26 space, not 28 space. Okay, I think we can do this base. This base also kind of has a flaw. I'm a little worried, a little weary about attacking some of these other bases that don't have very obvious flaws. I will probably end up attacking them at the end of the video, but I really don't have a ton of gold and don't want to spend a lot of gold losing out on troops. So I'm gonna try not to attack bases that don't have very obvious flaws until the end, so we don't lose too many battles. Okay, I'm seeing now that energy drink is probably not the best ability. If I had taunt up in here, that would make an insane ability, but I just don't have taunt, so we don't have that opportunity. I think I'll probably switch my hero ability to taunt so I could start doing that, because that'd be very overpowered. And also, I believe the heavy choppers drop the level of troop, the level of heavy you currently have. And my heavies are very low level, so I guess if you upgrade your heavies, they'll be stronger. I actually don't know if that's the case or if it drops a high level heavy. I think that's kind of a common question the game community has, because I don't know if they're very clear about that. Okay, you know what? I just said I'm not going to plow through bases, but I want to try plowing through this space. I also said I was going to get a different ability. We're just going to roll with this. The reason I want to attack this base is this player really has no prototypes, and it doesn't look like they have much ice. They have a little bit of ice, but not too much. So I think it will be interesting. We'll see what happens. I don't know if I'll be able to make much progress. You can see here that these heavy choppers are taking a very, very long time to take down this base, to take down even a couple of these defenses. I really don't think splitting them up the way I did was a smart way to do things. And you know what? Once we lose these heavies, we're pretty much dead. So we really have to pay attention and keep our heavies alive. Okay, this player actually, I feel like has more health than I initially thought, because these boom cannons are indestructible over here. Okay, I do want to see a heavy chopper die in today's video. Hopefully we'll get one to die eventually. I think probably this battle, these boom cannons up here are gonna pick them off. I'll probably lose most of my heavies very soon. These boom cannons and cannons are slowly working off, or slowly picking off my heavies. Yeah, you can see how little damage this rocket chopper deals. And Bullet was also there hitting defenses, so that's another thing. And okay, so we lost all the heavies here. That one rocket chopper is getting slaughtered. I don't want to lose rocket choppers, so I'm gonna shock. Yeah, this is really not going well. Once one dies, we'll get more troops up in here, which will help us a little bit, but honestly it won't help us that much. They're not meant to be a troop you use on their own. They're very good though when you pair them with a different troop, I think. Even though you don't typically do that in regular warships, I feel like if you pair them with Zukas or something, that would be pretty good. Of course, then you have to worry about mines, you have to worry about mortars, you have to worry about flamethrowers, so those are just defenses you don't have to worry about when you're using all heavy choppers, but I feel like bringing a different troop might be the move to make. So I'm kind of just letting my troops roam. I feel like that's kind of the way to go, but I think I'm gonna flare to the core because I want this to go a little faster. If you lose a heavy chopper, you have to flare to the core after to get the troops that were in it to go where you want them to. So that's an annoying aspect of using them, but you know what? You get used to it pretty fast. I probably should have saved the flare so when that one died I could flare to the core. You can see the heavies just going off and doing their own thing, and now they're all getting shocked as well. We are still gonna break the core, which is really good because I don't really want to lose any battles in today's video, even though I'm picking some of the easiest bases to attack, bases that would be insanely easy to attack using warriors as well. Okay, we're gonna load up Taunt, And let's go back in and try to do one more base. We'll try to attack a base that is a little difficult. You can see grapplers won't target your troops, but this base looks a little too hard. A front-loaded base design is not really what I want to attack right now. Here's the base that looks very easy. We're not going to attack that, although it would be fun to just flare to the core. I don't think I want to do that right now. Warships, ERs, engine rooms have a lot less HP as well. Okay, so this is a base that looks kind of difficult, but I want to try attacking it because I don't want to attack this base using warriors. A CMO plus shield generators is not what I want to attack. So we're going to take down some of these defenses here. I think it'll be pretty easy. This player is kind of a low level, but what makes it difficult are all these defenses and every base's defense. What makes this base more difficult was the CMO and the shield generators, stuff that I cannot take out using warriors. So if I want to defeat this player, I have to use a different troop combination, and it just so happens we have heavy choppers, guys. Look at these guys go. They're so strong. I love heavy choppers. They're definitely one of my favorite troops. I don't know if I had them in my troop tier list, but heavy choppers are a lot of fun, and I'd probably put them up in the A tier. I just feel like they're a fun troop to play with. I don't think we've ever had them on your main base before. We've had rocket choppers, I think 2 times, but I don't think we've ever had heavy choppers. I feel like the team might have been a little worried about how they can be exploited. Maybe they're a little too powerful for the meta in game. I don't know. But you know what? What I do know is I don't want to sit here burning a core with heavies that has 2 shield generators on it. So, actually, only 1 shield generator. I don't want to do that, so I flared up so my troops would take down some of these buildings. We're going to flare to the shield generator, take it out, and then flare to the core. We're also going to drop critters at the top to help us take down some of these extra buildings, get a little bit of energy. I did not seed the sniper tower, but luckily I got a taunt down fast enough to distract it. Very nice, and the rest of my troops are just gonna hit that core. So if you're using heavy choppers, let me know down below, 1, what level you are, and 2, how you're liking them. I think level really does make a difference. Also, I would prefer if you gave level in metals this time, because I feel like I wouldn't see players high level using these because they just don't deal a lot of damage. Obviously, high level, you cannot use these without bringing a support troop. I don't know what troop you would bring, so let me know down below what you're using, and I would love to hear that and read your comments. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please drop a like if you did, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye, guys.